Let's start at the very beginning. A very good place to start. When you read, you begin with ABC. When you sing...
The thing about this production of Sound of Music is the scale and the size of it. It's absolutely huge. I think Sound of Music is literally one of the all-time great musicals. Rodgers and Hammerstein, perhaps along with Andrew Lloyd Webber, are the greatest writers for musical theatre that the world has ever had.
A doe, a deer, a female deer, hooray, a drop of golden sun.
The amount of work that goes into doing this is immense.
I think there's this misconception that the Sound of Music can be quite a small show, but this is a big show.
So, a needle pulling thread.
Andrew Lloyd Webber and I started dreaming of producing this show way back in the early 2000s. By the time it had reached the London Palladium stage, it was 2006. It left the London Palladium in 19 trucks. It has 50 in the company, and that's just on stage with 3 teams of children. There is a huge orchestra, and then there is a team of 50 to 100 people that have to move that show around the world. And in order to do that and create it exactly the same night after night, that's a massive undertaking.
The music as it stands is the music you would have heard in the London Palladium version and what became the UK tour version. We can't just change things around the way we want to. What you get sent from the Rodgers and Hammerstein estate is pretty much what you perform.
I have confidence they'll put me to the test, but I'll make them see I have confidence in me.
They composed a bit of extra music for the film, amongst others 2 songs, one called I Have Confidence and the other one a duet called Something Good, which usually don't appear in the stage version, but because of Andrew Lloyd Webber's great connections with the Rodgers and Hammerstein estate, we were allowed to basically use it in the production.
The people of Cape Town and Johannesburg are going to hear the equivalent of a 70-piece orchestra, which could never be toured around the world, ever. But in today's technology, that can be achieved.
Lonely goat herd.
The casting the kids was a very exciting process, but it was also very intense. Firstly, they all have to be triple threat performers. They've all got to dance and sing and act. You can find a kid who's remarkably talented, but if they're not the right height for a certain character, then we can't cast them. And they've all got to be like a ski slope.
For this production, we have to use 3 sets of families. Because of labour laws, they're only allowed to work a certain number of hours per week. So you don't necessarily see the same family every night, which is amazing because it keeps the show fresh. And also, every city where we travel to with the show uses a new set of children.
Yes, it's hard because there's 18 of them, 3 teams of 6.
It's an ongoing training process. I mean, the work absolutely never stops.
These children are absolutely phenomenal. I think what they achieve on this stage is astounding, and I must tell you, I think they're the true stars of the show.
They unlock all our hearts in this show. If the kids don't work, it don't work. They're crucial.
A lot of people have an idea that The Sound of Music is one big sugar-coated musical, but it's not. It is such a real story.
Everyone in this house responds to a whistle.
It's about just a functional family. A man who's lost his wife, who has 7 children, and how he deals with that loss. And it's quite a touching story.
It is actually, in a way, such a gorgeously intimate story that is played on these vast sets. So I think as an actor, you have such a responsibility to bring through the truth. And I think that is what's wonderful about this production. The truth is there.
Mother, please, no. Don't send me away, Mother. This is what I want. This is my life.
Maria has quite a journey in this show. She's pretty much in every scene, a lot of dialogue, a lot of singing, and the rehearsal process to get that sort of slick and up to speed has been quite intense.
We've got some surprises in there with our mother Abbess, who's not a massive known musical theatre person. I think she's known in the opera world, and it's a wonderful voice.
Sound of Music is the ultimate family show as far as I'm concerned. Every single song is a bona fide hit.
Everybody knows the songs.
A fantastic story, a fantastic score.
It's visually spectacular, it's musically spectacular.
There's so many facets to the show.
It is the real deal.
Rodgers and Hammerstein, The Sound of Music, it gets no better than that.